from clarkwoods.com. This is Horribly Off Topic, episode number 149. I am Chris.
And I am Steve.
149 episodes, Steve. 149.
That is a lot of stuff.
Damn straight.
Who is this guy that...
This is the part where you say damn... No, you mean damn Skippy, Chris.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy, like on Family Ties.
Is this him?
Is this? we didn't rehearse this at all.
Mark
Price. Yes, that's him. He was on like a win, lose, or draw. Is that right? Pictionary?
He was in Family Ties from 1982 to 89. Trick or Treat in 86.
Yep.
Killer Tomatoes Eat France in 91. The Rescue in 1988.
See, who am I thinking of? There was a guy on I think it was Nickelodeon maybe, and he was like the...
He was on Win, Lose, or Draw.
Okay, all right. So I was going to say, I was pretty sure he was the host of Win, Lose, or Draw.
Dude, is he alive anymore?
I don't know.
No, it says age 49.
Age 49. He's getting up there, but he's still alive and kicking.
So him live at the Orlando Improv.
Ooh. That sounds like a must listen, must get.
Should I put it on?
Mark, yes, no.
Sorry,
Mark Price,
I'm gonna
Skippy.
not be distracted by my phone anymore.
By your phone, Skippy. So, did you watch Family Ties?
Yeah, way back.
Way back. And were you a Mallory man or a? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I was more of a Malamar man.
Malamar. I don't know if I was going to say, I don't know if I've ever had a Malamar, but I think within the last couple of years, I may have been subjected to one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that's easily found in the store.
Mm. No.
But you know what's funny? We just watched Cool as Ice.
Cool as Ice.
You've never seen it?
Is this like Val Kilmer?
No. That's Real Genius, I think.
No. There's one. Maybe it's not Val Kilmer. Isn't there one where it's like Val Kilmer or somebody like that with a Kim Basinger cartoon who turns into
Cool World? And that wasn't Val Kilmer. Was it Val Kilmer?
No. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember who it was.
Cool World.
It was
right.
like Ralph Bashki. Oh yeah, but we were watching Cool as Ice, which
Cool
is
as Ice.
Are
you as cool as ice?
The quintessential.
Are you willing to pay the price?
Vanilla Ice driven motion picture.
Okay, yeah.
We watched it on Amazon, but it was the Riff Tracks version of it. So it was full of the guys from MST, like Mike and then the other guys from MST3K doing some riffs on it. But the guy who's the father of the girl in Cool as Ice is the father from Family Ties.
Interesting. I did not know this.
How the mighty have fallen.
The Jack Deebs, played by Gabriel Byrne, but no, the person I was thinking of was Brad Pitt. Brad fucking Pitt was in Cool World.
Oh.
It was, see, check it out. Brad Pitt.
Wow.
And I thought
how the mighty have fallen.
I am so sorry, Mr. Pitt. I mistook you for Val Kilmer, or should I apologize to Kilmer or Pitt?
I think Pitt.
Pitt, yeah. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
No, but like Cool as Ice, I mean, was... All right, so Vanilla Ice came on the scene in the early 90s.
Oh, he did.
I mean, there's
video of that.
There was MC Hammer,
the scene was not happy about
busting on in, and people were like, "Oh, that's great, MC Hammer." And MC Hammer was in or did the theme to the Addams Family movie.
Show enough, okay, yeah.
And then in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 comes out.
That's right.
The Secret of the Ooze. Yeah. And that has Vanilla Ice in it, and he does the ninja rap. Mm-hmm. And so I think they were like, wow, look at this. This is great.
Yeah.
Let's parlay this into another film starring Vanilla Ice.
With MC Hammer?
No MC Hammer in it.
Oh, okay.
But
where does MC Hammer figure into this? You're saying that
I'm just saying, like, you know,
he was the impetus for putting
rappers
on in
well, not necessarily in movies, but having them, have rap songs in movies or whatever in major motion pictures.
Got it.
And I think that's why we had a Vanilla Ice movie.
Right.
And okay, so I'm gonna like, this is not on the list. I fucking
No,
threw this
no.
curveball at you.
Hey, you know, well, at least it wasn't. At least you weren't Tim Wakefielding me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I threw the knuckleball. So yeah, like the movie starts out and it's just like a Vanilla Ice concert, and then there's this sexy gal gives him her number, and then
So it's fiction.
yes. Rob Van Winkle gets a girl's number. Everybody is already like, I can't believe this.
No. Yeah. I don't believe it.
So yeah, and then like they take off on their motorcycles and apparently drive all night until they get into some town, someplace.
Okay.
And they get into town, and one of their buddies is his bike breaks down, and so they're just kind of pushing the bike along the town. And oh yes, and I forgot.
This is Ice and the sexy girl.
No, this is Ice and his crew.
Oh, they're pushing the bikes along.
Yeah.
What happened to the sexy girl?
The sexy girl didn't go with them.
Oh.
He just got her number.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so while they're driving along, before the bike breaks down, sorry, I forgot this part.
Got to back it up.
There's the female lead in the film, and she's riding a horse down the road.
Oh,
On the side of the road, like beyond a fence. So,
as you
like,
do.
So like she's not on the road, but she's like, you know, parallel to the road on the other side of a fence.
I get you.
Vanilla Ice jumps over the fence on his bicycle, scares the horse, and she falls off the horse.
This sounds like the beginning of a Hallmark Hall of Fame movie.
And it's
like
like
she's gonna be in a coma, and he's gonna have soft piano music playing as he cries over her.
Yeah, no, this is not something that happens. He does this and is unapologetic about it. But he does help her up, I think. But like, he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
And then they go off, and then they get into town, and then the bike breaks down.
Yeah.
And then they find this eccentric person's house, eccentric people, like a wife and a husband. The husband is, you've seen Cuckoo's Nest, right?
I have not.
What?
I haven't. I've never seen Cuckoo's Nest.
Motherfucker. Well, the guy who plays Cheswick
Okay.
in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest
Yeah.
is the fucking husband.
Okay.
And there is a Oh How the Mighty Have Fallen. You were in an Academy Award winning film,
And you're now.
and now
with,
you're in fucking
with
Cool as Ice.
Fucking Ice baby.
I mean, it's not like Cheswick won a fucking Academy Award.
No,
like
but he was in an Academy Award winning film.
Nurse Ratched, I want my cigarettes.
I'll look this guy up. No, so he's the eccentric at the farm. Did you say?
No, that wasn't a farm. It was
Well,
just
I just
like
assumed there's our horse.
There was
so.
just no, but like they go into town, and that's when the bike breaks down, and then they find this like weird house,
Yeah.
and then like these crazy music video montages of them eating or just kind of futzing around
Yeah.
while the bike's getting fixed, and so Ice keeps on going around the town and harassing that girl.
Yeah.
And eventually she doesn't.
Would you say that she has a heart of stone and there's only one way to melt it?
What?
Just add ice.
That doesn't make any. What? Is that what the fucking
found
movie poster
and
says?
here's the tagline for the movie: when a girl has a heart of stone, there's only one way to melt it. Just add ice.
So, but, I mean,
What the fuck
it
does
doesn't
that
make
mean?
any fucking sense. Like, he is an asshole. Like the way the movie should have ended, like, you know, because she had this terrible boyfriend, and there was like this
Yeah.
old subplot of like her father and family being in witness protection, and
Yeah.
but yeah, then like Ice rescues everybody, and it's great.
Kristen Minter.
But like in reality, or what should have happened, because she had a jerk like goon arming boyfriend.
Yeah.
that was just a fuckhead as well. And then Ice comes along, and he's a different kind of fuckhead, and she's interested.
Yeah.
And then so like in real life, she should have not gone with either of them, and then gone off to college and had a great life, and probably met somebody that she could have connected with on an intellectual level, and could find physically attractive.
You can only melt her heart. Her stone
He
heart.
sneaks into her fucking bedroom. There's a scene where he sneaks into her bedroom, and he has like an ice cube, and he puts it in her mouth, and that's how he wakes her up.
What?
Because he's the Iceman. And then it has wonderful quotes like yup, I think she likes me, and what was it? Ditch the zero and get with the hero.
Sidney Lassick, 1922 to 2003, was also in Carrie and Alligator.
Wow.
And Man on the Moon. His last film was in the year 2000. It was either Vice or Something to Sing About.
Is that the guy who was in...
That's the guy who was in Cuckoo's Nest. Who played Cheswick. Sidney Lassick. Let's check out his picture here. His picture. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. No, never seen either of those films.
One of them's great. One of them's is a piece of
cinematic gold.
I actually because in college we read Cuckoo's Nest, the book, and then we watched the film.
Yeah,
I had seen the film before, but as I recall, I like the film more.
The Players Ring, where I've done some work and you did some work back in the day. They had Cuckoo's Nest a few years before I started doing anything there. They had.
So did you see the
I didn't
play?
see it. No, but I heard it was very, very good. Not starring Kristen Minter though. Kristen Minter.
Oh, what did she go on to do?
She is an actress and producer known for ER, Home Alone, and Cool as Ice.
Oh, she helped produce
Cool as Ice. Why would she one be of her top 3 things?
Why would she put herself in that role?
I don't know.
She was wearing terrible outfits as well, but it was the early 90s.
No, she was.
So I think everybody at that point in time in their lives was.
Oh, let's see. She was Heather McAllister. She was one of Kevin's older sisters, I believe.
What?
In Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
In Home Alone, she was one of Kevin's older sisters. If I am correct, Heather McAllister.
That might be true. We don't need to look at IMDb.
No. I mean, that is what people. That's what people tune in for.
No, they don't.
It's for us.
They would never
looking at IMDb. I mean, otherwise, how would they know that
we have other things on the list?
Has a heart of stone.
Shut up.
There's only one way to melt it.
Yeah, I mean that's fine that you found this, but going through
Just
everybody's everybody's filmographies for the rest of time, maybe
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Was she in?
No.
Oh.
But I don't think anybody loves Raymond. I remain unconvinced.
I think.
Old people. My parents watched Everybody Loves Raymond. Your dad, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just
like
one of those
thing that they watch.
It's an inoffensive show that's on.
I guess. Yeah. It's
It has occasional laughs, and I think isn't Jerry Stiller in it?
Yes. Yeah. So I suppose maybe everybody loves Jerry Stiller, but. That's not what the show's called. It's like Everybody Loves Raymond.
And he has that older brother.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
guy.
like this.
That guy. I don't know. TV shows. I spent but you know what? No accounting for taste. I spent the weekend watching House of Cards. So.
Well, we were watching F is for Family.
How was that?
It was good. It was Bill Burr's new season of his animated series on Netflix.
On the Netflix.
You're getting a free plug, Mr. Burr.
We were both watching the Netflix. That's where House of Cards is.
Yeah. We wanted to watch One Piece today on the Crunchyroll app, and it was like, yeah, it's allegedly there, but then when I go to find episode 781, it wasn't there. I'm not joking about the number.
I know you're not. It's like watching a soap opera. I don't know. I wonder what episode Days of Our Lives is on. 5,000 something.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to how long has that
been on since
the
50s or the 60s?
Yeah,
and on 5 days a week since then, right? Yeah. So it's
they every day of the week they have an episode.
These are the days of our lives, Steve.
No, but do they go on hiatus in the summer?
No,
they're always on.
They are always on. Always.
Jesus Christ!
That show has been on nonstop for 50-something years.
Do they have the back catalog? Because I don't think you could watch it fast enough to catch up.
No, I don't think you could. I don't know what you would do if you wanted to go back and watch. It's not like you can't binge watch. I mean, you could.
You could.
Probably somebody could. There's a binge watch Days of Our Lives.
We used back when I was at school at North Adams. We used to. Wake up. Well, this is back in the days where I was actually good at sleeping in still. And we would wake up and watch Passions.
Passions. That was on what, at like 1:00? No, was that on before or after Days? I can't remember.
I don't know.
My mom has always been a Days of Our Lives watcher, and so growing up as a kid, sometimes it was on in the afternoons. My mom would tape it, and she'd watch it after work. So I absorbed the storyline. I was interested enough in the storyline that by the time I was on summer breaks from college, there were some times when even though it was on downstairs, I didn't want anybody to know I was watching it. I actually would put it on my little TV upstairs. And I would watch fucking Days of Our Lives. That's how pathetic some of my college summers were. You guys thought I was up there jerking off. I was not. I was watching fucking Days of Our Lives.
You could have been watching Days of Our Lives and jerking off.
I could have.
That's those two are not mutually exclusive.
I remember one of the actresses on the show.
You could just call them actors.
I could. I'm sorry. One of the female actors on the show.
You could just call them actors.
One of the actors on the show was an actor by the name of Christy Clark.
Ooh.
She was a little bit older.
Is that what you would be if you decided to?
If I decided to be a woman?
Yeah.
I suppose that would be the easiest. Like you would be able to like get. I don't know if I'd want more of a
or would you want to be
name.
Earl Christy Clark?
Erlina. That's when I'd finally use the Earl. No. But Christy Clark was about my age or maybe a little bit older. And I definitely liked her. She was she must have been just a little bit older because it was they were starting to put her into storylines where she would,
getting frisky with folks.
Getting frisky with fellas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they around the time that maybe it was a little bit before that, they got really crazy on that fucking show, which then they stopped being crazy, and that's how you ended up with Passions. Is they sent the guys who were crazy on Days. They're like, you know what, you guys can go and have your whole other. You can have a whole hour
of crazy nonsense,
of absolutely being absurd. Here you go. So what did you think of Passions?
From what I remember, it was fucking crazy.
What and was that the appeal for you and your? Was it like you and others, or
it was me and my roommate? I think the other guys that lived in the suite. Yeah, it was a townhouse I was living in when I was living there.
Oh yeah.
But it was on campus housing.
Yeah. Oh well, I was in a townhouse for all 4 years I was at Bradford. So yeah, they have those things.
So yeah, it's weird. Like I don't remember storylines or anything about it. I do remember on one of the vacations we took. I think when Becky was getting ready, I was just kind of flicking, which is not something I do on regular TV when I'm home because I'll just be like, I'll push the guide button and then I'll like look for something that looks interesting and then I'll go and watch it. Because if you flick nowadays. The channel takes too long to change.
Yeah.
So like back in the day when we had regular cable,
exactly.
Oh, that looks interesting. I'll watch this. Right. So I was actually doing this because the guide button isn't something you can do in a hotel room a lot of the time. And so I was just like, doot. Hey, well, I'll watch a soap opera. And it was just like 2 minute or maybe minute long or 2 minute long scene, then cut to something else, then cut to something else, then cut to something. It was like frantic pacing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is going on? I have no idea. And like it was never the same two people or three people in the scene. I'm like,
I think that might be in fact how they get 5 days worth of content out, is that they like you only ever, as I recall, the pacing of it was such that you would only ever get just fractions of scenes or fractions of character development each day. And then they had so many stories going on that really you could just film 1 10-minute scene between these two people and space it out 2 minutes a day. And you just had to do 10 of those. And you just intersperse it, and it's 5 days.
I guess that's a good way for shooting purposes. That's the way to do it. But still,
I might be totally wrong. It seems to me that the way that they got so much material is that it would take. I remember being home for the summer and sitting there and catching up and understanding what was going on, and then like waiting for some sort of resolution.
It never happened.
It never happened. No, because they can't. they can't really resolve anything ever, because
If they do, then
what do they do with the
so it's just like a never-ending cliffhanger.
Yeah, no, they need to keep you coming back for the next one. And I think, part of my frustration with TV might stem back to that, because I want some sort of closure, either on an episode to episode basis or on a season to season basis. And I definitely felt like I got that with this House of Cards that I just finished watching. I think this season was pretty good. I mean, it's not a terrific show. It's outlandish, and it's hard to watch given how it's an outlandish political show given our outlandish political environment. But it was a full, complete story.
I mean, as much as I like Orange is the New Black, or do you
I watched 4 or 5 episodes of the first season, I think.
Yeah, as much as I like that show, I do not like the end of the season cliffhanger, which is what they've done almost every year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah,
and a lot of shows do it, and I'm like, I can't fault just that, but what else? I think even F is for Family, the one that we just watched. I mean, there was a sort of resolution this season.
Yeah.
But last season, it was just like, oh, what the fuck's going to happen to these people?
Yeah. Well, and I think.
Which I guess you want people to come back and
right. Yeah, you definitely do.
Ask that question, and then and then be invested in them. But
right. But I hate the assumption that everyone's going to come back. Tell me the whole goddamn story, and then get on with it, and then move on to the then yes, certainly leave threads open if it's a serialized piece of storytelling, but make each part count. Make me not hate the fact that I sat there for 13 hours or for 2 hours or for whatever. I think the films, when people get frustrated with these, people's frustration with Age of Ultron, which I don't share, but is that it was very much just a movie that was, from their perspective, it was just setting up other movies. And I think I'm a little blind to that. I love my Marvel movies. But what point am I trying to make here? When you just rely on the cliffhanger, and that's all you rely on, and you just are, that frustrates me.
I mean, I think that's why I really like Stranger Things when it was on, or when it came on.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is great, and it's a story that is complete. Like you said, there was some dangling threads that could be pulled to have a season 2, and I think they are going to be doing that.
Yeah.
And
I still have to watch that one. It's on my list.
In Fargo, the series, each season is its own contained story.
Right.
I mean, there are. In fact, I haven't seen any of the new season, but yeah, it's just but the thing is, I'm in a show that I love again, Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad before that.
Yeah.
They did some fucking terrible cliffhangers, and the end of season 2 was a doozy for Better Call Saul, and I'm just like, God damn it, motherfuckers.
I think there. Well, I mean, so is there a good cliffhanger and a bad cliffhanger? Like with Better Call Saul, you love the show, right? So, is that cliffhanger piss you off in a different way than, say, Orange is the New Black?
Well, the thing is with Better Call Saul this season, it kind of picked up right where it left off, as well as it has with Orange is the New Black. It basically right when the episode ends, the new one starts up. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like having to wait another year to find out what happens.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can't even imagine. I heard rumors the other day that so Game of Thrones starts within the next month or so, but and it's a shortened season. But then the next season, the final season, might not come on until 2019.
What?
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
I thought this season was going to be the last season.
No, there's two. There this season and one season after this.
Oh.
There's two. But this season, you waited a little bit longer for this season because usually by now it would have been well underway. It might almost.
I think
April
April was when
over.
they started.
Yeah, but now this season it's not starting till the summer, and I get the sense that it might not come back until 2019. When in 2019, who knows? But that's a long time to wait.
That's a bunch of BS. HBO, what are you doing? Are you waiting on George R. R. Martin? Because you're going to wait forever because the dude is just rolling in the money because you started producing the show too early.
Or is it more that they need the wintertime set? I think that I get the sense that that's part of why this season was delayed is they needed winter. And they needed more wintertime set pieces. And so now if this one isn't done till now and they have to wait until this coming winter, or maybe do they have to wait even longer because their cast members are off doing movies or whatnot?
Well,
I don't know.
Listen, everybody, fucking get it together
Both-
and make this fucking.
Both Stark girls are in X-Men movies coming up.
So cut the shit and fucking. I thought this season was supposed to be the last. This is the first I'm hearing about another season.
I thought they'd made it clear there were two more, but this is.
Then I completely missed that message.
No, I think this is the second to last season. So, anyway, but their cliffhangers have never, with the exception of the one prior to last, when Daenerys was kind of on the out in the middle of nowhere with all of the whatchamahootsits, the guys on horses. That the cliffhanger before last season was one that I didn't like, but this past season felt like, no, that's a good place to wrap up. You've got the dragons and you've got the ships heading towards spoilers for last season of Game of Thrones, heading towards the mainland.
You're fucking right, motherfuckers. You just
I'm
ruined
right.
my fucking day.
I'm right.
You're right by ruining my day.
Speaking of being right, no.
Are you going to go to the emails?
No, we don't have to go to the emails.
Just go to the emails. It's a good
we'll go to the
segue.
emails. So it's a good one.
Instead of forgetting about them.
Well, except there were two of them, and they both came from a friend of the show, Brian. I'll save the one where I'm right for second, since that came in second. This past Wednesday, Brian wrote to us with the subject line, Keurig again. Seriously? Tried to throw in the appropriate amount of exclamation points and question marks.
He doesn't sound like
Seriously?
that. It doesn't sound like that.
A real New Warriors fan would make his own damn coffee. That's...
Hey, you should get a French press.
Yes. How about an AeroPress?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I've
it like
heard
an
people
aero bed?
talking about it. Maybe?
Is it an aero bed filled with coffee?
Second email.
I got scalded
You got-
while I was sleeping. Why do you have burns all over your face, chest, neck, and head?
Because I heard a rumor you sleep on coffee, it makes you sleep better. You drink it, makes you sleep less, but if you sleep on it, it's supposed to help.
Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning after I put the burn salve.
But let me sleep on it. Oh, I'll give you an answer in the morning. I got to know right now.
I
I was supposed to do that one. I'm sorry.
No,
it up.
I already did that, and then
You were
on.
doing it. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I got to know right now.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
Let me sleep on it.
Ship is passed, Chris. Read the other email.
It's sailing. Sailing. Take me away. Oh, Brian writes.
Another one.
My goodness, Chris was correct on 2 separate points.
Wow.
Not. He noticed that he said correct, not right.
Well, correct
So
and
mean,
right are very, very
right.
similar.
But before we were saying that you were saying that I was right. You should have said I was correct if we were really going to segue into this correctly.
Do you want me to roll my eyes at you?
A little harder, and the mic will pick it up. If you just roll them a little harder.
I am not feeling great today. I ate some bad, I ate nothing but bad food yesterday except for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I ate like chicken fingers and French fries for lunch, and then I had these tacos with this hot sauce and rice and beans, and I shat an epic amount of shit this morning. Like, I think I almost filled up the bowl with the amount of feces that came out of me.
Really?
So I don't have time for your shit, Chris.
Okay. Brian writes, my goodness, Chris was correct on 2 separate points. Hi, guys. As the subject line states, this is, believe it or not, some praise for Chris on 2 different issues.
That's very good.
First, a few weeks ago, Chris talked about consent and hugging his daughters. This is an absolutely crucially important thing to discuss with children as early as possible. This is important for a few reasons, but what I think is most important is to teach children that they are in charge of their own bodies and they do not have to do anything with them that they don't want. I'll add the caveat that there are some things like taking medicine that are different in this regard, but my original point stands. Good job on that.
Like taking medicine and going to bed and doing things that they might not want to do.
They might not want to do. Yeah. But I think, the medicine, the medicine point, sometimes there isn't a way around it if they're really sick, especially when they're babies and they do not want to take it. Sometimes there's an amount of whatever. You got to make them take their medicine. But when they don't want to,
that just sounds dirty.
When they don't want to go to bed, and they're flailing about, sometimes you got to let them flail about. Anyway, but yeah, that was my point about hugging. And sometimes I ask them if it's all right to hug them.
All right, well then you're doing the right thing. I mean, I don't have like when we had the conversation earlier, I don't have kids,
right?
And so therefore, I don't like. Yeah. It's not something I think about.
Yeah. Second, thanks for talking about your experience with getting an ultrasound.
Ball ultrasound.
A scrotal ultrasound.
Not because he has a poop baby. I just had mine. It was like 10 pounds, 6 ounces.
Bouncing baby boy.
He was a stinky little guy.
Hey,
what a stinker.
They are. When they come out, they're you can poop while you're delivering. Did you know that?
Unless what you're delivering is poop, then that's always 100% of the time what you're doing.
So you can have a baby while you're delivering poop. Is that what you're saying?
You could. You're like, oh my God, I got a shit so bad. Oh, the baby came out. Hooray.
Oh, no, Steve, no.
Were you there when both of your daughters were born?
I was there when both of my daughters were born.
Were you like next to Steph and like holding her hand and not looking?
I think I was at the not the best angle or the best angle depending on your perspective.
I'm just going to take off my glasses
for at least part of it in both instances.
Because like you're a blurry person at this distance. I just no glasses on.
Steve, I think you would still be the shapes.
Shapes are fine. Like, okay. I cannot see. I can see your sort of the round features of your face.
But
at this distance.
Okay. But you're saying you would be willing to stand there and look at the.
I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to be. I don't want to like an actual like peripheral glimpse or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just take off my glasses.
Take off your glasses.
Like, be there, supportive. Just I don't want to fucking see any of that.
Don't want to see any of it. It's the miracle of birth, Steve.
Yeah, and no one wants to see it. I mean, I don't think the doctor that's delivering the baby wants to see it.
They get paid a lot to see it, though.
Yeah.
On one of the instances, there was a doctor who was in training who came in and was.
Did he barf?
No, I don't think he barfed. No. But I was a little nervous that there was the doctor in training who was gonna. It was like fucking.
They're called interns, Chris. That's what the doc. Didn't you ever see Scrubs?
I did see Scrubs. I liked Scrubs for a number of years
until the last season.
I didn't. I tailed off somewhere like second or third to last season.
I didn't watch it until it was on Comedy Central, constantly.
I watched it pretty regularly from like the end of the first season because I was into it enough that I watched the second season premiere live, and the second season premiere is one of my favorite moments of TV ever. It's where Colin Hay from Men at Work is he's playing Overkill on an acoustic guitar and just random places as JD is trying to escape Dr. Cox and escape all of the various things that are going wrong in his life. And everywhere he goes, including in a closet, full like a cleaning closet, he finds Colin Hay in there playing his guitar. And I think it's gotten quiet, and then he's like, "Thank you, Colin Hay." And then Colin Hay gets to the point where he has to like sort of get really loud and say, "I can't get to sleep," and he's like, "Ugh." Cox opens the door, sees the two of them in there, and walks away. I can't remember, but I love that. I love that moment. It's not as good as I remember. I've gone back and watched it, and because I remember it being the most amazing moment of television ever, and I've gone back and watched it and go, it's all right.
Well, I mean, it was a fun show. It was a good ensemble cast. I mean, like that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah. Unless you wanted to see them give birth or deliver babies.
I think they did at some point during the series have someone give birth.
Yeah, they must.
But not like the actual coming out.
Not showing the vajayjay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of vaginas. Did you have, was there more?
No, we get a, so second, thanks for sharing, for talking about your experience, writes Brian, with getting an ultrasound. Americans and American men especially don't openly talk about these issues enough. This can turn to not seeking medical help for it until it is far too late. While it was a funny and well-told story, thank you. It does important work in sharing potentially but unnecessarily embarrassing experiences. It is good to show seeking medical advice as something we all need to do for all parts of our bodies. Once again, good job. As always, keep up the good work, Brian. Thank you, Brian. It was incredibly awkward to tell that story, but I did think it was important. So,
I'm trying to find an article on this subject that I'm going to bring up in a second. That is not just tongue-in-cheek fucking jokes about everything. All right, so I said
not that we want to spend 2 weeks in a row on genitalia, but this was too
we
good
don't
to
do it every week. Jesus Christ. Okay, doctors and common sense are warning against a pseudo-scientific practice that involves eating and putting mushed up oak galls into the vagina, claiming it's an organic way to clean, heal, and tighten it.
Oak galls.
Oak galls.
Oak galls.
The product that was being peddled by a Malaysian health shop, and that is in air quotes, on the e-commerce site Etsy.
Ooh, Etsy?
I don't know if it isn't Etsy about for bric-a-brac and
Etsy for arts and crafts.
Yeah. That's not for health.
No. If you're getting your health advice or your health products from Etsy, I think you might have more problems.
Yes, definitely. The instructions advise customers to boil the oak galls, then use them as a feminine hygiene wash around the time of their period. It also advises drinking one boiled oak gall for 40 days to restore elasticity to the uterine wall.
Oh, I think it says is uterine wall.
Uterine wall. Uterine.
Uterine.
Uterine wall.
That is on the other side.
You mean it
of Essos or of the White Walkers? They pass through the Utyrion wall.
I think it's
get to the White Wall.
Utyrion Lannister is the thing that you're trying to get out. That's funny. And you can have that as the episode title. Okay, oak galls, a.k.a.
Utyrion Lannister's wall. No,
just Utyrion Lannister,
I think. Just Utyrion Lannister.
Or you could just, that could be it. Oak galls, a.k.a. oak apples, are small spheres, usually 2 to 4 centimeters in diameter, that are formed by gall wasps.
Wait, wasps?
Gall wasps.
Gall. Those wasps have a lot of gall.
Remember what I said about shit earlier? The larvae of the wasps live within these galls, which they create by inducing the tree to produce abnormal growths. So they're just like...
I don't think you want to put abnormal growths in yourself. Like you don't want abnormal growths anywhere near your genitalia, whether you're a dude or a lady.
And okay, so Dr. Jen Gunter, a certified gynecologist, dispelled the practice in a blog post called "Don't Put Ground-Up Wasp Nest in Your Vagina."
Definitely a blog post and not something for the New England Journal of Medicine.
Yes. So basically, she explains that the product will dry out the vagina and mess with its natural pH and healthy bacteria. Mm-hmm. Drying the vagina mucosa increases the risk of abrasions during sex, and that's not good.
No.
And destroys the protective mucus layer. That's not good. It could also wreak havoc with the good bacteria. In addition to causing pain during sex, it can increase the risk of HIV transmission. This is a dangerous practice with real potential to harm. So,
don't put wasps.
Ladies that do listen to the show.
Yeah. The ladies.
In case you missed these articles, or you were like shopping on Etsy for a nice necklace, and you were like, "Ooh, there's something I can put in my vagina, ground up and boiled during my menses." Maybe.
Now, it's one thing if you were like getting some Benoit balls on Etsy or whatever. But
I don't think they have sex toys on Etsy. We can look it up later.
I don't want to.
You want your kids to see that search history?
Yeah, no.
Dad, what's a Benoit ball?
Yeah, no, I'd rather not. Or homemade dildo, you know?
A homemade dildo?
Homemade dildo. You get that on
Well,
Etsy.
aren't all dildos homemade?
I think some of them are manufactured in
What if someone lives there?
Oh, if somebody lives in the factory,
yeah,
I think that's a violation. I think you got to get who would go in OSHA?
No, OSHA's safety.
OSHA's safety.
Well, although it is an unsafe practice to have somebody living in where there's manufacturing,
living where there's dildos being manufactured.
Well, any sort of manufacturing equipment. I think is
but especially
not dildos.
Especially dildos. Dildos are dangerous.
Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Daggins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes, moving on.
So don't put wasps in your vagina.
Yeah, if more women didn't put wasps in their vagina, our country would not be in the state that it's in.
Yes.
White Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Who? Oh, I get it.
Wasps in their vaginas.
You're clever today.
We should get rid of no wasps in vaginas anymore. Just
no. I'm talking about the variation of a bee, not
the descendants of the Mayflower.
Not honkies.
All right, we got a few different things here. Guardians 2, Arena Nightclub, Chris's computer, and Chris's wallet.
I want to hear about your computer and wallet.
My computer and wallet. All right. Well, these are related. So
I have my computer in my wallet.
I have my wallet is my computer. It's my phone too. I when we went and saw Wonder Woman yesterday.
Was it good?
Yeah. No, it was good.
But you also kind of said that about Suicide Squad.
Yeah, no. It is good in the authentic way, not good in the Suicide Squad way.
No, but Suicide Squad was not good in any way.
Okay. I understand.
This is where we need to agree to disagree.
No. I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I don't think it's a good movie, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Wonder Woman is a good movie that I don't know if I enjoyed all the way through.
Oh.
But part of that is that Melody...
There wasn't enough people saying, we're the bad guys?
There were just enough people saying we're the bad guys. I don't think there was anybody saying we're the bad guys.
Oh, good.
Although there was a bad guy.
Did they say I'm the bad guy? Or was it a bad lady?
I don't want to go on record on this. There was a bad lady. There were some bad Germans. And there was a bad guy who was behind it all. Because, there's got to be like a bad guy who's behind it all.
Yeah, it can't be a bad lady that's behind it all.
Not yet. I don't know. That we're waiting for Thor, Ragnarok. there's the bad lady behind it all there.
Okay.
Anyway, no, Wonder Woman was good. Melody, we took both girls. I think Melody is at
Was
the
it
age...
a girls only screening, or is that something that happens that people would get upset about?
I never heard of that.
I don't get it. Like, fucking every other comic book movie has been a guys only screening. Could you fucking let the ladies have this one for Christ's sake?
I think we can. No, so we brought both.
And I'm not the only person that's ever made that joke.
No,
I think like 2 seconds after the announcement was made, they're like, "Well, blah 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 blah, blah guys only, fucking the Gamergate something."
It was a good movie. I don't. My younger daughter is at the age where she wants to go to the movies with us.
MAGA.
Look at me trying to honestly answer a question.
No, go for it.
She's at the age where she wants to go to the movies with us, but I don't think she's. She doesn't really have the stamina for like a 2-hour movie. It's not that anything in the movie was. I mean, some people could argue it's a PG-13 movie. I shouldn't be taking a 7-year-old to it. There wasn't anything in it that was terrible for her to see.
And it wasn't like in the early Wonder Woman comics where she was constantly bound up.
No. But she just doesn't have the patience for a 2-hour movie. At any rate, so she was right next to me.
You should play some GNR for her right before the movie.
Some GNR?
Just a little patience, yeah.
But no, it was a good movie. You know, like the number of women in it sort of kicking ass, and but just also just not needing to kick ass, just sort of I don't know. It was a good flick, but I would have enjoyed it more had I not had a 7-year-old asking me for the last 45 minutes if we could leave. So, my computer fell apart at work, and this was on.
I don't know why we're having so much technical.
I
should not sing GNR so loud.
No. Yeah. So computer issues, but the first one we were able to skirt right by, but this one skate right by. I shouldn't say skirt right by. That's bad.
Why?
I don't know, because I feel like that might have some negative female connotation, especially bad, given that I was just talking about Wonder Woman, which is about female empowerment.
The thing is, like, I mean, I may have been, I was definitely being a wise ass towards like men that are like angry about things that they shouldn't be fucking angry about. Just go to another screening of it, you
right.
fucking like adult babies. But I also, I'm in the camp that if you say something like skirt around something and then someone gets mad at you for it, it's like fuck you. Like, I'm not saying this to demean you. I'm saying this because it's an expression that I've been saying for years, that I may or may not know the fucking origins. And if you tell me the origins, maybe I'll consciously try to say it less, but I make no promises. How about something like that?
My computer fell apart.
Good.
It was on a really hot day. I don't know that there's that much to this anecdote, but it was a really hot day, and I had I sort of in the practice of just letting my computer stay on because it took a while to boot up. So I let it stay on. It was a hot day. I had something else to go off and do for the rest of the day. So I did. They had not yet turned on the central air. And sometime during that day, they did turn it on. But when I came in the next morning, central air is on. And that's great, but I opened the door to my office, and the front of my computer has fallen off. The screen of my iMac is laying on the desk. Now, I'm only in for a couple hours that morning, which is basically at this point just long enough to call IT and be like, my computer's screen fell off. Could you help me out here? I guess it turned out later in the day. I thought maybe it was just that the glue around the screen had melted. I think there was something else further going on.
You think there was some sort of nefarious things going on?
I don't think there was anything nefarious. I think that the computer itself...
Was it gremlins?
Overheated. Yeah, they fed it after midnight. They fed my computer after midnight, and it turned from a good-natured gizmo into a gruesome gremlin.
Yes.
Yeah, but so I got that fixed, and it's kind of in a fixing mood, and I had this wallet that I was like, you know what, this is time to finally like take care of some shit. And so I went on Amazon and I bought a new wallet for myself. Because I had a foldable wallet. I didn't need half of it, and I wanted the thinnest wallet I could possibly have. And I'm going to show Steve my wallet now so he can laugh.
Ooh.
This is my wallet.
Wow.
It is orange.
Why did you go with orange exactly?
Because orange is my favorite color. But it's a very, like, you would describe it as a thin wallet, yeah?
Yeah, it's very thin.
Very thin.
Seems like one that a lady would have in a purse.
All right. So
I don't want to skirt around that comment.
So I got this wallet, and one of the ways in which I use my wallet is that I put my ID for work right here normally in the, I don't need it a lot, but I usually put it right behind my license so that I can just tap my wallet against the card reader to get me into any of the particular places that I go.
Yeah.
So I got this new wallet, and my computer's fixed, and I'm thrilled, and now I'm on the train to just sort of like get new things and things that work, and I go to tap my wallet against the card reader, and it doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm like, why doesn't this work? I tap it again, doesn't work. So I take my ID out and I tap it against, and it works. And I'm like, what's something with my fucking wallet? And so next day I tried again. I tried to basically put it instead. You can see now that my ID is on the other side. I thought, well, maybe it's just my license is in the way and it's weaker now. And I tap it against. Nope, doesn't work. And that day I get a note, an email from Amazon asking me to review my wallet, my RFID proof wallet. I bought a fucking a thin orange wallet because I wanted a thin wallet and I wanted an orange wallet. I did not care that it would keep RFID signals from going through until I didn't even see that part of the description.
So now you're gonna have to have your ID
now
outside of your wallet.
I have to take my ID out every goddamn day.
I know, what a terrible thing. You could do what I do.
I could get a lanyard.
I don't have a lanyard, but I have a little thing that goes on your belt.
I don't want to wear anything on my belt. I don't want to do that. It's just little. I guess it's not too bad. And it does it stretch out?
Yeah.
It stretches out a little bit.
Yeah, it's on a little rope.
But see, I don't have to use it that often. I have to use it to get into the building, and then I'm basically in the building for 8 hours.
I have to use it like every 5 seconds.
Yeah. See,
every time I go into like another building, or if I go
to the bathroom,
into the file room, into this other, well, not into the bathroom, but you know.
But if you go to the bathroom and then you come back,
yeah,
you got to use it when you come back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just have to use it to get into the building. So it's not. I don't need it that often, but it's annoying enough that you know. Anyway, I thought I had this foolproof plan to just, upgrade my damn life, and nope.
Well, I ordered some stuff from Amazon, too. I ordered some stuff from my Switch.
For your Switch?
I got a little to-go case for it, so in case I want to, truck along and play, and become, just
a Switch champion?
A Switch champion.
A Switch hitter?
On the bus or whatever, play Zelda.
Zelda? Is that a new one?
Yes.
Zelda?
Zelda for Pretenda.
Zelda. There's a lot of legends about Zelda.
Yeah, and I got a little case, and I got a screen protector for it.
Oh, nice.
And which I'm usually like the worst at putting it on, but I was very good. I followed all of the instructions.
Oh,
that they
any
had
bubbles?
Written. No bubbles.
No bubble.
Not one.
Wow. Shit, dog.
Yeah, first time ever that I put a screen protector on any sort of device, and it didn't have complete.
I was so
issues.
sucky at screen protectors when I worked at Apple that for 2 years, anytime somebody asked me to put it on screen protector, I asked somebody else to do it.
I'm like,
and they're like, Chris, you got to get better at this. I'm like, there's always
I don't want to get better at
this.
this by screwing up people's screen protectors.
Yeah. Well, and some of us were so bad that we'd have to basically zero out more screen protectors off the wall. So if they bought some screen protectors and brought it over to us, they'd get a pack of 2. So they'd buy their initial pack of 2, but if I screwed up those 2, I'd have to go take one off the wall. We'd zero it out, basically declare it like sort of lost or damaged and then do it again. And I just was terrible at them. So
It's like I didn't want to waste the company more money.
Yeah, no, I can go grab you who can do it in like 10 seconds. Somehow you're magical at it, and I don't know, Steve.
I don't know either, Chris. How much time do we got?
Yeah, 5.5 minutes. So we can.
Let's do it. Let's.
We're gonna finally talk about the Arena nightclub.
So I think the reason why we brought it up, and I don't know if we talked about this before the show.
I think we talked about it before the show, and then you're like, "Wait, save this for the show," and then we saved it for the show, but we've been saving it and saving it and saving it.
I think what you said was that have you ever seen somebody like in real life having sex on the dance floor?
Yes.
And I don't know what we were talking about that led to that conversation.
No.
But I initially said no, and then I said wait.
You did say wait.
And it was back when I was living up in New Hampshire, when I was living in Hudson, and we went to we were just doing a bar crawl down Main Street in Nashua.
Yeah.
And then we ended up at the Arena nightclub, which is a place that I have performed stand-up. I did a Valentine's Day show, and that was the one of the longer sets that I had to do. I wasn't there was a host, and I was the first act to go up.
Okay. Yeah.
That
was not a good set.
Holy like I don't like performing when people are eating food.
Yeah.
Because like when you're eating, it's harder to laugh at things, and
right. Yeah.
Not that I'm like concerned about them choking. I'm just concerned about them.
Fuck them. I don't care about that. You're concerned about them laughing.
Yeah, I want them to laugh at me, or well, not at me, laugh at
your
things
jokes
that I'm saying. And it did not go over well. But another time we were there, and this was closer to the end of the evening, so I think all of us were a little bit more than intoxicated.
For Schnickered?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. And I'm not much of a dancer, so this is not something that I'm interested in doing. But like they have a regular sort of like sports bar area.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have just a bunch of TVs with, whatever games that are going on at the time. And then they have like a dance club in the back, which is also where they did the comedy that particular time. And so I went back there, and I was like, I looked at, everybody just kind of grinding on each other. And
it's got to be sexy.
And I was just like, nope. And I just like 180. Was that a seamless transition?
That was very seamless.
Keep on having problems today, and hopefully we only have like a couple more minutes left, and we can get to the end of the show.
So you saw people grinding on each other,
and I was like, yeah, no. And then so there was a couple of us that weren't in the dance area. We're just having some chats, and then eventually like we were like, okay, let's go. And so we were trying to extricate these were friends that I from a couple jobs ago that I was hanging out with. And we kind of went in there to try to extricate the one person that was in there dancing.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it smelled like sex in there. Like,
but there's no sex in the champagne room.
This wasn't a champagne room, Chris.
There's sex on the dance floor.
I don't think that they were serving champagne there, but they might have been. Oh my God! But yeah, it smelled like sex in there, and I swear to God, I thought I saw a puddy tat.
I thought I saw a puddy tat.
Really? And something going in.
Oh no, Steve, that's how have you kept this story to yourself for all these years?
I could have sworn I told at least one other person.
It's traumatizing.
It's not traumatizing. It was just gross.
You've never seen that before in your life.
I've seen that plenty of times. Well, actually, no. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen someone else
having sex live in
front of me.
Yeah.
So no, I've never seen that before.
Seen that before. It's a thing that seeing it on film or doing it yourself can't prepare you for. It's like seeing somebody else.
Yeah, but I wasn't like completely...
I'm not saying you were. I'm saying like
No, but I wasn't shocked by it.
Like
though.
you could do it. You could have done it yourself a million times. right? And you could have watched it. This is the point, and you could have watched it on film, on YouTube, on YouPorn or Pornhub or whichever.
Why don't you list them all?
XTube? No, you could Porn Hamster.
It's X Hamster.
X Hamster. Oh, sorry. What about your current hamster?
It's the one that I had before.
Get all that. To actually see it in front of you is a whole different.
But the thing is, it wasn't something that like I wasn't watching it. It was just something I was like, holy shit, that's happening, and then I'm like moving on.
Yeah, it's a whole other ball of wax.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, friend, let's skedaddle.
Let's boogie.
And then I think he was grumpy about it because I think he
wanted to watch.
I think he wanted to be doing the same thing with whoever he was dancing with. And so I think I didn't drag him out or anything.
Yeah,
so I was just like, we're leaving, and he was like, "Meh." And so we waited for a little bit. He eventually did come out, and then we went home.
I understandably, I would not,
But yeah, Arena Nightclub. Apparently, they be fucking.
You can find the show notes for this episode at clarkwoods.com/hot/149. And if you'd like to tell us about your stories of seeing somebody fuck on the dance floor, you can send those stories to hot@clarkwoods.com.
I hope you guys have a lot of those.
I hope you do. Or you can tweet us, although probably you don't want it. Well, I don't know.
You could tweet us.
You can tweet us whatever you want.
But the thing is, it'll be not as easy to tell a lengthy story about watching someone fuck on a dance floor.
Yeah, in 140 characters. But you could try. I am at ECC1977.
And I am at Tuesday is Loser. That's Tuesday, I-S, Loser, all one word.
Fucking on the dance floor.
Yeah, it's better than shitting your pants on the dance floor.
You're telling me.